people are, well, for one thing, people are lining up to get vaccines, and some areas are vaccinating and other areas are not vaccinating yet. And then some people are saying we're essential workers, but we're not good enough to get vaccines. We travel, across the continent, and yet, and we could be carrying the virus all over the place, and you're not going to give us the vaccine yet because of our ages. Things like that. Yeah, interesting. Yep, people are they've already been fighting over this vaccine. Um, we have not been arguing about vaccines. No, that's only there. We have been talking about EI and taxes, because everyone's doing various different things, and everyone has different parts of the information, so we've all been contributing. I don't like Messenger, but I'm part of a Messenger group, so I've been able to actually help some people. What did Ludwig ask me this morning, or ask the population in general this morning? Oh yes, how much we got paid. So I was able, because his portal to our website was not working for some reason, so he couldn't find out what we were currently getting, what our currently rate of pay is. So I said, I don't know. I quickly looked it up. Memory? No. But here's the information, because my computer works just fine. And then someone else chipped in and asked about the $2. And then Lou asked about that. Did he miss that memo? And I said, yep. We got told about that ages ago. And then the other person who was talking to us, who asked the question about taxes, said, yeah, we got that information back on the last day of December. So yeah, it's been going back and forth. And yet there are some people who just sit there and then don't chip in any comments. I mean, I saw Florina was there. Couldn't she have said yes, or this is the information, or whatever? And she didn't. Whatever. That's true. Sometimes I just sit here and don't comment. So I saw Gail this morning, and we chatted about the hockey game and the Grammys, because we both switched back and forth between both of those, and finally gave up in, I found the hockey game was disheartening. I'm like, what the hell? So we discussed that. And then we discussed the Grammys. And, Liz, I found it to be very rinky-dink. I mean, the audience is still there. They're just not in place. They're not present. But the greater audience, the viewing audience, was there. Why did it look so like they just threw it together? It really, like, people were sitting off, and whereas before there was a great big thing, and people were presented, and there was no audience, but the audience was there, like I said. So that same audience is still there. Why aren't you doing the same presentation? Why does the show not look as good? I mean, Taylor Swift, that looked like rinky-dink grass, okay? It really looked cheap. It really looked like no one had put any effort into this. Like, oh, it's on tonight? Oh, we should get ready then. Let's see what we can find back in the storage. Really, people were sitting on boxes, and whereas before you had people in the background and then they would come forward and there would be a big deal about it. None of that. It all looked thrown together. I don't know. No. I mean, yeah, really. Who cares? But maybe that's the problem. Maybe nobody cares anymore. I was there to see it. I mean, I expected the same production as last year and the year before, and yet I didn't get it. What do you say to that, Julia? And Becky? Oh, did you fall off? I've got the vacuum cleaner from upstairs here because I want to get thorough and deep clean, and I can get under things with that vacuum cleaner better than I can with my Dyson. My Dyson's too big to get under there, and there's a nice yeah, it works better. So I will do that after lunch. I just haven't felt hungry. At every stage of the game, I haven't felt hungry. Last night, I keep on snacking and I keep on filling up, I guess. Maybe it's the time change. Maybe my body is not switched over in the one day since the clocks have changed. Maybe I'm still on the last, I feel an hour too early. That could be. I feel an hour too early. Yes. So I've also been communicating with students and stuff like that. Yeah, I got both my browsers going. Yeah, I've got Chrome going and I've got Safari going. I prefer Safari, but Chrome is what a lot of our teaching platforms use, and that's okay. I switch back and forth. But right now, I switch back and forth when I'm at school. I get rid of Safari. I just turn it off, and I use Chrome all day, and then I switch back to Safari. But right now, I've got both of them going because I'm checking with that one student. And thankfully, nobody showed up today saying, "Teacher, class is not working, teacher." Everybody seems to have gotten the message that there's no school this week. Also, I'm turning my alarm back on so that I get up at 6 o'clock so that I don't get out of that habit. Hey, there have been some fights the last couple of days where cats have been disagreeing. Upstairs, downstairs, yeah. Quite a sandstorm there. China? Anyway, here I am watching the news. Wow, that is a lot of dust. Harsh conditions. Okay, they've got sandstorm. Brr, okay. I'm getting cold here. I've got to do some jumping jacks, and it's chilly today. It's -1. It's cold. It's just way too cold. I talked with Gail, and we discussed the Grammys and the hockey game, and our displeasure with both of them. That's what we discussed. Our displeasure.